Sam the Jeep guy here. So I started this little turn signal project, Lord, like a month and a half ago. And it's finally a nice day. Got a heavy coat on, but it's nice out. And I have figured it out. This has been a dang process trying to figure out, but I figured it out thanks to searching all the Wrangler forums and everybody online. So many people, I don't know who to really even thank, but I'm going to kind of condense it all and show y'all what to do. That way you can just do a step-by-step video instructions. So let's get the other tripod set up and I'll kind of talk about what we got going on. All right, so this is what I got going on. In one of my videos, I replaced the stock turn signals with these flush mount pods, and I'm going to these orange little LEDs here for my turn signals. So the problem with it is it's an LED setup. I already have LED tail lights, so just the regular turn signal flasher for LEDs will work. But since I added the front turn signals that way, it's not enough load, so I have to put in some resistors. It's acting like it has no bulbs in the front. It won't do any kind of turn signal stuff. So everything I've read says that if you put these little load equalizers on there, I think it's a 6 ohm, it makes it draw enough current to where it actually thinks it has an actual like regular incandescent bulb on it. So another thing, with these flat fenders, they came with these little orange lights. They were a 2-wire setup. For the Jeep, since it's a floating ground, you need a 3-wire setup on it. So I'm gonna kind of get everything pulled out. I'm gonna show you what you need and we'll get right into it. Okay, so, oh yeah, by the way, I had the doors off today. It's nice weather out. It's about 40 degrees, so the doors had to come off. You know, topless, doorless weather withdrawals are a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, so went to O'Reilly's, got some stuff. I can get in this bag. So need some of that, just the little wire conduit stuff to make a little wire loom, because I have bare wires sticking out there. I don't really like it. Plus I've got some other wires down here I kind of want to clean up a little bit. But for the thing you're going to need, there's Sylvania load equalizer LED resistors. So they're about $16. Whenever I bought them, or I was looking at them, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to buy 2 boxes of them because I thought it only came with 1. Little did I read, it comes with 2. So you get 2 of the resistors, you got 2 of those little crimp connect things, and some little cable ties. So right there, for off-road use only. Why it says that, I'm not sure. This is an off-road toy, so we're gonna roll with it. All right, so like I said in the box, you get 2 of these, some little crimp connects. I don't even know if I'm going to use those. I don't really like using them too much because they're just problematic, but I might have to. I don't know if I've got enough wire connects. And you got some instructions in there. So it says you have to have 1 of these per LED bulb. So if I go with LED headlights next, I'm going to have to wind up putting 1 of these in per headlight. These are LED, but they're an auxiliary kind of thing. They're not tied into the original wiring, so I don't have to worry about that. One thing I did notice about these is they said they get very, very hot. So you have to mount these somewhere where they're not going to melt any kind of plastic, any kind of wires, that sort of thing. So I'm going to find a spot back behind the grill where I can just slap these puppies on and they'll be away from everything. And hopefully I will have turn signals again, because I went without turn signals for about a month now, and let me tell you, it's a little sketchy. So let's get this hood popped and see where we can put these things. And that right there is one thing you gotta love about a Jeep. You can take the hood and put it all the way up and you'll have all this room. Most cars, you know, the hood kind of hangs down a little bit. I like having it all the way open. It's so nice. Might be a little weird if it was to fall on me, but we'll cross that bridge one day whenever we get to it. So, I've got a grounding spot right there. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna mount that puppy right there just like that. Now I've got one on the same side. Yep, I got one on the same exact side where those will be tucked up out of the way. Be a good spot. Plus, it'll keep all my wiring for my turn signal in here. Now, that is terrifying. That looks really bad. I only did it just for the time being so I could drive it. So today, I'm gonna get all that stuff cleaned up, put these in, and we'll be good to go. And hopefully I can do something with that, because that's starting to aggravate me too. So after reading the instructions and watching their little video that Sylvania's put out, which is very handy, this looks like a pretty straightforward little process. Just one end to whatever wire runs your actual turn signal, the other end to ground. I'm having to use these little wire crimp connectors. I do not like using them, but I don't have any other kind of connectors, so this will have to do. Just make sure those are good and pushed down there. Now I will hand it these little connectors like this. They are quick. They are very handy. As long as my wires don't pull out. All right. So let's flip on the switch and see what it does. Upon further inspection, I guess I will need to hook this one up first to see if it works like a turn signal. Get my little nippers there. And there's no specific way that this has to run from what I've seen anyway. They just keep saying it's going to get hot, so make sure you mount it somewhere safe. Off-road use only, you know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish wiring this up. I'm going to mount it up, that way this is possibly grounded out too. I don't know. I'm not the best with wiring at all, but I try. So we're going to hook this up, and we're going to use a little bit of TV magic here. We're going to do time lapse, so this goes very quickly, and we'll see what happens. All right, everything's hooked up. Now for the moment of truth. I really hope this works. Let's do this together. Let's see. We've done it. How awesome is that, y'all? Man, I am so tickled. So, by the way, instructions that came with, it kind of helps a little bit. You can download this off of Sylvania's website if you want to, and it comes in the box. Yeah, didn't help me that much. So, what I figured out, and please excuse this wiring, I know it is absolutely hideous, but I'm working on it. So, down here at your original headlight socket, this is where I've got wired in right there. The gray with a black stripe is your actual turn signal. That's the one that flashes. The other wire is for your running lights. So when your headlights are on, your parking lights come on, that kind of thing. That's what the blue wire is for. So you got a blue, a gray with a black stripe. See if I can get you in there. So that wire there is blue, that one is gray with a black stripe, and you got a black for a ground. So this wire, gray with a black stripe, is your turn signal. That's the one that flashes. This one here is your one that stays on all the time. On this little light here, the black wire is your ground, the red is your flash and the white is your running light. So pretty easy, pretty simple to figure that one out. All right, guys, so I've got it all hooked up. Got my wire loom on. It still don't look 100% professional, but at least I don't have random wires all over the place. So got all that done. Turn signals are working. I'm just thrilled about that. So what I figured out you can find the wiring schematics, what wire went to what. I can only find like mid-90s Jeeps. So for my guys that have got like 87, 88, 89, maybe a 90, the wiring is different than on the later models. So the turn signals, you got 3 wires. It's the floating ground is what they call it on there. So you have 3 wires. The black wire, of course, is your ground. Blue wire is your running lights, parking lights, that sort of thing, the ones that stay on all the time whenever you turn the headlights on. Third wire is gray with a black stripe. Gray with a black stripe, that is your flash. That's the one you're looking for. So if you're wanting to do this upgrade and you need turn signals on the front, or if you just want to throw LED bulbs in all your stuff to make it look a little bit better, last a little longer, gray with a black stripe, that's the one you need to hook the resistor up to. One end goes to that, the other end goes to the ground. Mount it somewhere metal to where it's not going to melt anything, because I've had mine running for a minute now. I tested it. They do get pretty warm. I mean, it's not like scalding hot, but still, you don't want it rubbing up against wires and stuff like that. I just put a self tapper through the inner fender there. So everything's working great now. I'm thrilled with it. I'm thinking about doing a basic wiring video. Wiring is not my favorite thing to do at all. I despise wiring, but it's one of those things that you kind of have to know how to do. Try not to burn your stuff down, catch on fire. I've actually known a few people that have done that kind of thing. I myself have come very close. So learn from my mistakes and apply it. Anyway, give you kind of a shot of what the front turn signals look like. They're all right. I mean, if I was sitting in a red light, you can see that, right? I don't know. The rear is much better. I got those smoked lenses on there, of course, but they light up really good. I'm thinking about putting the old ones back in. I don't know. This thing changes all the time. So if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I really enjoy working on my stuff and passing some knowledge along to some people. I'm not an expert by any means, but I like to help out people when I can. So, and y'all got questions, holler at me. Haven't really been on Instagram or none of that kind of stuff. So I did have Facebook. I posted my videos up on there, and it's not really getting me a whole lot of traffic from there. So if you want to know when new videos are coming out, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff, because this will be the only way I'm talking to everybody for right now. Maybe one day might get Instagram back up whenever it's, everything's calmed down. So until next time, y'all, see you later.